Right, golf mates, we're back with our swing guru, Simon Edwards. Wow, we're in for a treat today. This is a special one. It is so simple, but it can help all you golfers, you, and all your golfer mates. This is going to get you, I think it's going to get you playing some great golf. But Simon, what is it?
It's going to get you some great golf because we're going to learn how to control the low point. We're going to learn how to get the strike quality better, improve your distance by improving your posture. The one thing we all want to do when we play golf is we all want to look like Adam Scott. Adam Scott has got the greatest posture in the world of golf, and it is just phenomenal. But what we see all the time with people that play is we see posture that's too upright, we see posture that's too rounded, we see weight on the heels, we see weight on the balls of the feet. It's got to be balanced, it has to be athletic. So one of the first things that we see is, and this is old school thinking, right, we need to get the weight on the balls of the feet, and then we need to bend our knees, then we need to get our head down over the golf ball. Well, that makes your posture incredibly rounded. The problem is with that, we've got no room to swing our arms, and invariably we'll try and create room on the way down and we'll top it. And then what we'll then think, right, okay, well, let's get the weight on my heels a little bit more and stand a little bit more upright. Well, okay, we'll stand a little bit more upright. We're too upright there. We're trying to stretch to get to that golf ball, makes your arms go tight. We'll then try and get to the ball and we'll hit it fat. I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong with poor posture. So what we're going to talk about today is a great drill that I use all the time, which is called 3 points of contact. Because we know our spine's a little S shape. So with a drill stick, and you can do this at home, you do this at home in front of a mirror. One of the greatest golf instructors that ever lived was a guy called Tommy Armour, and he used to use a mirror. Most people have got mirrors at home and golf clubs up people's backs. He wrote a great book called How to Play Your Best Golf All the Time, and if you find one in a bookstore, buy it, it's gold. I've read it 4 or 5 times, and every time I reread it, I find great stuff in it. So the 3 points of contact will be your tailbone, the base of your neck, and the back of your head. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a drill stick up your back so that it touches your tailbone, it touches the middle of your shoulder blades, and it touches the back of your head. Now I'm going to put another drill stick in here to show you how we bend. So I'm going to get you to stand up absolutely as tall as you can be with your legs absolutely straight. And we're going to put this drill stick across your pelvis. As we tip forwards, we're going to keep those legs straight and keep the 3 points of contact working forwards. Now what you'll feel there is you'll feel your hamstrings have gone tight. So the only reason we ever bend our knees, golf mates, is to take the pressure out of your hamstrings. Yeah, we don't need excessive knee bend, we don't need excessive neck bend. And that one of the worst pieces of advice in the world ever is keep your head down. It's an awful idea, it's a shocking idea, because Ben Hogan said in 1957 that nobody's ever seen impact. So what are we doing? Trying to look for it. Yeah? So from a posture point of view, we're going to start with the 3 points of contact. Tip over that pole, then soften the knees. Then from there, all we're going to do is let your arms hang down in front of you. Now that's perfect posture, because we've got athletic structure, we've got the base of your back perfectly set, and you've got plenty of room for your arms to swing. Now, what this really helps us do is 3 or 4 things. We've got to imagine we've got a weight attached to our chest. Well, we have, it's our arms. So if you imagine if my posture's poor and I bend from my knees and my neck, yeah, well, I've got nowhere to go from there. Yeah, so I'm going to have to move my body out the way to do all sorts of fun stuff. When I do this correctly, we're trying to get the shaft of the club to stay perpendicular to your spine. So we're going to start you up here, still feel the 3 points of contact are there. Arms are nicely connected to your chest. Arms are super relaxed. You're going to tip forwards at exactly the same time that your sternum tips and we hold the posture. So at that point we can see The club shaft is still perpendicular to my spine angle. That's perfect. We've softened the knees slightly. What we've also created is the correct distance from the golf ball. Yeah? And one of the great things, golf mates, is we get asked all the time is how far should I stand from the ball? Well, posture sorts that out. Because if my arms are connected and my posture's correct and I'm perpendicular, when I get into that position, I just take my right hand off that golf club and I throw it at the handle. I'm the correct distance to the golf ball. If my posture's too slouched, I can be too close to it. My posture's too upright, I'm going to be too far away from it. It doesn't work. So, start with that golf club, 90 degrees to your spine angle, feet are pelvis width apart. Yeah? Tip forwards, let your sternum drop the same rate that the head drops. Keep your legs straight, and then just gently soften your knees. You'll feel the weight is across the arches of your feet, not into the balls of your feet because you'll fight for balance that way. Not into your heels because you'll fight for balance that way. And then from there, we can start to create an imbalance golf swing where we just flush it and the ball will go pretty much with great strike quality, will pretty much go in the same place. So what it's really helping is it's helping create the swing plane, because if we start here 90 degrees and with the arms connected and the arms and the body turn together, we're going to create much better swing plane, much better path into that golf ball. Every golf mate can do this, because if I'm too rounded, my swing plane is going to be too upright. If I'm too upright, my swing plane is going to be too rounded. So if I get the correct posture, my swing plane, my low point control is going to be way better. Little left to right wind today, but still pretty good. And we can see, relative to that tee peg, where that ball's making contact with the ground. So work on that posture, be more athletic, be more dynamic, yeah? And you'll see huge improvements in your strike quality and huge improvements in your distance.
Right, Simon, that's an absolute golden tip, what we can all do.
Absolutely.
But simple.
Simple, absolutely.
Very simple. If you want a lesson with Simon, all his details are going across. Cheers to Summer Bay, especially Mo and Jimmy. We're loving these free lessons. These are fantastic. Golf mates, we'll see you next week.